The weather during all of Speed Week this year was a Florida Chamber of Commerce masterpiece, and today was no exception. A picture-perfect sky with the thermometer nudging the 80-degree mark, plus a bristling field of late-model Sportsman cars were the ingredients that brought over 75,000 fans to the Speedway for this 11th annual Permatex 300. Jack Ingram in the Chevy number 11 had the fastest qualifying time and will bring this entire field down for the start. Bobby Allison starts alongside in the Coca-Cola Chevy number 12. In the second row, it's the 04 Joe Milliken and number 90 Bill Dennis. Starting fifth in car 7 is Jerry Child. Across from him is number 2, driven by L.D. Ottinger. The fourth row features 95 Tommy Houston and 92 Jimmy Means. Ninth in car 84 is Gene Glover, and the 10th position is held down by car 50, Morgan Shepherd. 7 of the top 10 starters are driving Chevys, with 2 Mercurys and 1 Dodge. With the parade laps completed, the pace car drops onto pit row, and this 40-car field wind them up on the tri-oval. There's the green. They're off. In the first turn, Bobby Allison breaks the Coke machine off the outside spot and becomes the first leader of the race. Down the back chute, it's Allison in front with Bill Dennis in car 90 running second and L.D. Ottinger holding down on third. Coming onto the tri-oval, Ottinger dives to the low groove and challenges Dennis for second. First turn, Farmer's loose. The race is barely underway when the first yellow flag flies. Number 97, Red Farmer, and 44, Terry Mock, tangle entering turn 1. Both cars flipped, but Red Farmer went end over end several times, completely totaling out his Ford. In his travels, Red landed once on top of Terry's car, flattening out number 44. However, his own number 97 is now just a tangled mass of junk on the hook of a wrecker headed for the garage area. Both drivers were taken to the hospital, treated, and shortly thereafter were released. The pace car is on the track, and this is the way they line up. Bobby Allison is the leader. Number 90, Bill Dennis is second. 50, Morgan Shepherd third. 11, Jack Ingram fourth. And Ottinger is fifth in car 2. There's the green. The restart is complete. On the back straight, Allison begins to pull away from Bill Dennis, but the battle for third is hot between Shepherd, Ingram, and Ottinger. Second place, Bill Dennis makes an early, unscheduled pit stop. He's been plagued with engine problems all week, and they're back to haunt him again today. Officially, it's on the 8th lap when he climbs out, and they retire the Mercury behind the wall. Down the chute, Morgan Shepherd moves his Mercury number 50 up to try Allison, and in the third turn, he drops the hammer on the Coke machine to take over the lead. On the front stretch, it's Shepherd, Allison. Ingram has put his number 11 in third, and car 84, Gene Glover, has moved up to fourth. It's another bad one, this time in turn 2, when car 80, driven by Phil Finney, lost it, careened up the bank to the wall, then got hit by Charlie Blanton in the Mercury number 8. Both cars are down on the infield grass. Both drivers are okay. With the yellow out again, the cleanup crews head for the track. The Caution light was lit for only 4 laps when the pace car dropped off the track and turned them loose. With a whole rash of pit stops made under that last yellow, Darrell Waltrip is the new leader in car 88, a Chevy prepared by the Donnie Allison Racing Team. Bobby Allison is second, with Tiny Lund in the 02 car taking over the 3rd spot. Waltrip really has the pistons humping in that Chevy, but Bobby Allison is slowly closing on him. Down the back chute, Bobby Allison pours it on, and the Coke machine screams past Waltrip to once again take over the lead. Now Bobby's got the lead, and he's passing everything in sight. Darrell Waltrip has slid back to second. Tiny Lund is third, with Jack Ingram in number 11 running fourth. Waltrip is running flat out. Allison tries to stretch his lead, but Darrell sticks with him all the way. Number 68, Alton Jones, begins smoking, then slides up, brushes the wall through the turn, but he hangs on and brings it down onto the apron. No caution flag, so the Waltrip-Allison chase continues. Jones brings his Chevy into the pits. His crew discover big problems under the hood, so they push it behind the wall. And one more car is added to a growing list of disabled racers. Now Darrell Waltrip is in for fuel, rubber, and he talks over handling problems with his crew. Look out, spinner in the pits. That was Morgan Shepherd. He came in hot, hit an oil slick, and lost it right down pit row. Meanwhile, the crewman along the wall headed for the hills. Shepherd was running high through turn 4. Suddenly, he slashed down low to enter the pits. In doing so, he cut in front of Bobby Allison. Bobby hit him in the rear end, pushed the front of his Chevy in, and sprung the hood. Now, with a badly crippled front end, it looks like Bobby Allison will have to head for the pits. Almost simultaneously, the first 3 cars in the field developed problems. Waltrip, Shepherd, and then Bobby Allison. The Chevy 11, driven by Jack Ingram, stayed out of trouble and now owns the lead. Allison had to make one tour of the oval and headed for home. With that bashed-in front end and hood, his crew really have their work cut out for him. Number 50, Morgan Shepherd, also pulls in on his next trip around the track. 1 lap later, the yellow is out. This one is for oil and debris on pit row, but not soon enough for Bobby Allison. He pitted under the green flag, long enough for Jack Ingram to put him down a lap before the caution. Allison's crew worked frantically on the car, and seconds later push him away. The pace car is on the track to bring the field around. Many of the cars took this opportunity to pit. The caution light was on for 7 laps before the pace car dropped off and let him go. There goes an engine. Once again, the action is in turn 2. 1 car blew and spun in the oil. This triggered it. Then it was a chain reaction of spins and crashes. Cars involved were 29 Bobby Jones, 17 Ron Bouchard, 91 James Ham, the 04 Millicom, Ingram, Gant, Child, and Jimmy Evans. All drivers are okay, but there's some cars that won't finish this race. The yellow flies while the wreckers come out to get them. Many of the cars headed for the pits during this caution for fuel, rubber, and some minor body work, like Bobby Allison. His crew couldn't straighten the hood out, so they took it off. The yellow's out for another 7 laps before the pace car let him down for the green. The 07 car with Ivan Baldwin aboard has the lead on the restart. Meanwhile, Allison's crew push him away. Hoodless. Down the back chute, number 11, Jack Ingram fires past Baldwin to regain the lead. Morgan Shepherd in car 50 follows him through the hole. He's down a lap due to tangling with Bobby Allison. Shepherd is camping on Jack Ingram's bumper all the way around the track. On the tri-oval, it's Shepherd high, Ingram low, and in turn 1, Morgan passes Ingram and unlaps himself. Bobby Allison's Coke machine number 12 is coming apart, but as long as it'll run, he'll drive the wheels off it. That was Tiny Lund in the 02 car. He blew his engine through the turn, slid up high, nicked the wall, came down across the track onto the infield grass, and never got touched. Now you know he's got to be living right. Behind the pace car, this is the way they stack up. 11, Ingram is the leader with a heavily taped windshield. It's been cracked for the past 30 laps and getting worse. Every time he pits, the crew put more tape on it. The 07, Ivan Baldwin is second. The 00, Harry Gant is third. And Joe Milliken in the 04 is fourth. There's the green. It's go time. Off the high bank second turn, onto the back chute, and Jack Ingram is flying. If the whole windshield blows out, he's determined to win this race. The battle is on for second as Harry Gant and Joe Milliken both put the pressure on Baldwin. Ingram leads them through turn 2. Gant has taken second with Milliken third. On the back straight, Joe Milliken moves up alongside to challenge Gant. This is a side-by-side screamer. Watch him. Right down the front straightaway, Joe Milliken turns all the Hemi horses loose in that Dodge Charger and streaks underneath Gant to grab the second spot. The two-fisted fight for second is sensational. But Jack Ingram couldn't care less as he blasts his Chevy under the white flag. One more lap, and he's got the pot of gold. Ingram is screaming. The tape on his windshield is coming off. The glass is beginning to go. But when you're this close to the checkered flag, you don't even worry about little things like that. Here he comes in a red-hot but drafty Chevrolet, under the checkered flag to win the 11th annual Permatex 300. Joe Milliken in the 04 fought long enough and hard enough to claim the second place money. Harry Gant in the 00 Chevy finished third. The crew on this Chevy 11 is ecstatic. They've dreamt about winning this one for a long time. Today, it happened. Tonight, they'll celebrate. Perhaps the only person happier than Jack Ingram in all of Daytona Beach is Mrs. Ingram. Jack is a strong competitor and a good sportsman in every race, win or lose. He's that kind of guy.